everybody, Michael Rooker here, and you are listening to Corey Taylor Talk.
Hi everyone, I'm here with John Macaluso, who is the CEO of Wizard World. So hi, thank you so much for doing this interview with me.
Corey, it's my pleasure.
I think Wizard World is amazing. You have so many amazing guests, and it's all over the country. How did this get started and everything, and how do you get all these guests?
Well, Comic-Con started in 1970,
Okay.
so they're almost 45 years old now.
Yeah.
Or actually, they are 45 years old, and they've just morphed and grown as pop culture has morphed and grown.
Yeah, I think this is so cool. I mean, you have everyone from The Walking Dead, you have people from Breaking Bad.
Guardians of the Galaxy, from Buffy.
Everything.
It's amazing,
You have Elvira, Robert Englund, I mean, everyone.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's so many different generations. I think that's what's amazing about it, because young kids can come here and they can see their favorite celebrities and they can go to all the different shops, but adults and grandparents and everything, they can come here and see all their favorite guests and stuff. So
It's funny, our demographic is infant to grandparents, and we love it. And that's who you see walking around here.
Oh yeah, even my show, I think our youngest viewer is like age 4 and our oldest is like 85 or something, so it's I understand. It's so cool though to be able to do that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be a big success, and lots
you.
of good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. From Corey Taylor Talk, how does it feel to be the original Hulk?
You are great because the Avengers coming out. When I began the Hulk series, it was the first comic hero, Marvel hero, to be on television. Everyone was negative. They were saying about the character, but if it wasn't for the Hulk, the superhero wouldn't happen today. But compared to CGI to the Hulk, the CGI cannot sign autographs like that. I can. But it's the fact that the original Hulk, you can't replace it. Because it had character, the vulnerability, and like Twilight Zone, like the original Star Trek, it's all about the camaraderie, but today now you're taking advancement in far-fetched technology. That's why people still go back to the series. All that supports what we have today.
Awesome. Thank you.
I think it's awesome to be here with Mr.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because he doesn't know, but I loved that show when I was a
Yeah.
kid. Some actors, we don't talk
Absolutely.
about acting stuff in the green room or talk about life, but I loved it. I really loved it. I love my
Excellent.
mom and dad.
Excellent.
I try to be cool around them and just be like, hey, how's it going? Overall,
You have so many different roles. Out of all the roles you played, what's your favorite role?
It depends on the criteria that I'm using it to determine my favorite.
Okay, so
Criteria. Final product.
yes.
Check it out. Me. How are you?
What?
Powder. Good.
Oh yeah, that is excellent. Excellent.
How about most fun character?
Can I actually get a picture of fun in what regards?
Just you had fun playing the character.
Well, I mean, the most fun I've ever had on a set is Boondock Saints because Regis is my best friend. So
Gotcha.
it's
Gotcha.
partying with your best friend on set,
Right,
which is kind of
right.
ridiculous.
Ninja Turtle.
who's my favorite Ninja Turtle?
Leonardo.
Huh? Leonardo? Yeah, Leonardo.
Leonardo.
Thank you, Leonardo. Good one.
Hi everyone, I am here with Cassandra Peterson, who is Elvira. I mean, how cool is that? So thank you so much for doing this interview with me.
You're welcome.
I love you. I was raised on you. My mom showed me all your videos and stuff. So
And you still turned out okay?
yeah, actually I met you years ago when I was 2. So it's really cool to see you now. But I gotta say, how is it to be basically the first woman in horror? Like, you are just a total icon to everyone, especially the horror community. How is that?
It's awesome. I love it. I mean, I love horror. I was in love with it at the time I was a child and grew up with it through my teen years and everything. And so it's my peeps, you know. So it feels good to be like kind of the queen.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're the best. And you're still you're very relevant. Like, everyone I know knows about you. Like, everyone still talks about you. Everyone loves Elvira, and I think that is so, so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been around for a long time, and I've kind of become a little bit synonymous with Halloween. So I think, I've become like Santa Claus for Christmas. So
Yeah, you could be the new Santa Claus, exactly.
except that I come to your house and steal all your presents.
And the men, right?
And the guy, whatever guy.
And final question. I know a lot about you, and I know that you actually were originally just a housewife and everything, and then this Elvira thing came up. Were you expecting this type of outcome? Because, I mean, everyone knows Elvira. Everyone loves Elvira. Were you expecting this at all?
Oh no, I didn't expect this show to last longer than a week. I was like, I was in shock when it kept going, and it's 35 years later and it's still going. So that was pretty amazing job. I lucked out.
Yeah, everyone loves you. I think you're the best, and you're truly just an icon of horror. So.
Thank you. You're so sweet. I want to give you a hug.
Oh, thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I'm here with RJ Mitte from, of course, Breaking Bad, where he plays Walter Jr., and also Switched Up Earth, where he plays Campbell, and so many other things. So, hi, RJ. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me.
No, my pleasure. Thank you for swinging by.
Oh, and we've actually met a few times at the Hollywood events and stuff, but I never got to interview you, so I'm really excited about this.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming. I know it's such a small world, and
it is.
Are you enjoying this?
Oh, yes. Wizard World's amazing. All the Comic Cons
It's been good. No, and they've done a good job. And from my understanding, this is the first year.
Yes,
First year in Vegas. So, it's awesome to see that and to see what they're bringing. And it's a good group of people here. So.
Oh yeah, there's so many different types of people. You can meet anyone, so it's really cool.
Definitely, and some good costumes. So.
Oh yeah. So let's talk about you. Breaking Bad was one of your major first roles and stuff. Were you expecting it to be like this? Because I mean, it is truly one of the biggest television shows ever, and you're one of the biggest celebrities. So what were you expecting, this type of feedback or anything?
I wasn't. I mean, you never can tell, and you never know. And we didn't have the feedback that we were expecting in the beginning, but we have it after. And we have an amazing afterlife, and people love the show. They love what the show has done and what the show brings to television and to what it represents. And it's really cool to see people that are still now tuning in and watching the show. And at the end of the day, you never can know if something's going to be a success. You can only hope. And we knew we had something brilliant. We knew we had something unique. And we just didn't know how it would relay to people. And people were a bit reluctant in the beginning. But now people love the show and they love the characters and they allow us to come, and it's an amazing opportunity. So.
Oh yeah, I think it's the best, and it's also cool that it's on Netflix, so anyone can watch it anytime.
Well, binge viewing is such a big thing now. Like I'm a binge viewer. I've always been a binge viewer, even before there was a word for it.
Yeah.
But I love what Netflix has been able to do and utilize that market and keep shows alive.
Oh yeah.
So it does keep so many shows alive in so many different aspects. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I gotta say, you are so amazing because you give so much of your time to give back to everyone. I mean, you're involved with so many different charities and stuff, and I think that is so amazing. And you truly paved the way for actors with disabilities and stuff. And I think that is amazing, and you're such an inspiration to everyone, and especially people with disabilities.
I'm a small part of such an amazing group of people that are working to change mindsets and are working to show people reality of what the human condition is. And I was lucky enough to be able to be part of an amazing committee of people that really tried to revolutionize how people see disability in film and television. And I think it's amazing how it's growing, and it's continuing to grow, and what that market is to so many people, because everyone is affected by disabilities.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if you are not physically affected, you are affected. And they don't realize it, and they don't see it for knowledge. They don't see it for power. They look at it as weakness. They look at it as illness, and that's not true. It's knowledge. It's a tool. It's to utilize and to grow from. So.
I agree. I think that's amazing, and it shows that you're very wise to think that way.
Depends on the day.
Absolutely. And you have a really cool thing tonight, actually. After this, you are hosting and DJing at the Chateau nightclub, which is one of the biggest nightclubs in Vegas. I mean, that is so cool, and it shows just how amazing you are to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's a little scary. This is my third ever performance ever.
Oh, wow.
I've had the pleasure to DJ the Chateau, and it's at the Paris, and Wizard World was more than happy to bring me out for it, and I'm lucky. This is a tour that I've been doing. It's Breaking Beats, but But this is the first tour of possibly many of different tours, and we'll see what happens.
Awesome. And I think it's really cool because I heard that your very first time in Vegas was actually your 21st birthday. So now, I mean, you're DJing here. I mean, that is so cool.
It's insane how quickly something like this can grow and turn into so much, and how fast, like, everything happens.
Yeah.
Like, it really happens so fast. And next thing you know, it's like, you're like, oh my God, it's like my very first DJ performance ever was in Times Square, which is insane.
Yeah.
The second one was in Jersey. This is my third one, which is in Vegas.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow I fly to Arizona, Phoenix, to do another one tomorrow, and then off for a little bit, thank God.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because it's a whole different type of fan. It's a whole different type of environment.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite used to it. I'm not nowhere near anywhere considered a professional DJ, but it's fun. So.
I think that is so cool, and you are awesome. So I know it'll be another huge career thing for you.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And what is the best advice you've ever been given?
I mean, I think the best advice I've ever been given was just never accept can't as an option. Never allow yourself to believe you can't do something, because that's a lie. If you say you can't do something, no, you're choosing not to do something. So, I mean, that's definitely a big thing in my life. So
I think that's really cool. And I'm always known for throwing in like weird, silly questions. So, okay, yeah, one last question. Who is your celebrity crush?
My celebrity crush. Oh my God, I don't know. I can never think of anyone. Like, it's just a blank. I don't know. I know a few. I have a few crushes. I don't know if they're all celebrities though. So yeah, I mean, like, it wouldn't be like someone that anyone would know. So
Okay, I see.
definitely. But
Well, very cool. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. You're awesome. So thank you.
pleasure. Very lovely to meet
It's
you
very
again.
nice meeting
See
you.
you
Thank
later.
you.
Definitely.
Thank
Enjoy.
you.
You guys you get to be a part of the interview process. Okay? You ready? Okay, this is how it's done.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm here with Michael Rooker, who, of course, is in so many things, from Henry Portraits of a Serial Killer to The Walking Dead to Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, so many different things. So thank you so much for being on the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
And I know you have tons of fans waiting for you, so I'm just going to ask you 2 quick questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the first one is, obviously, what upcoming projects do you have? Because I know you have to be one of the busiest men in Hollywood, and you're one of my favorite actors. So what upcoming projects do you have?
Well, I think we're about to do Mallrats 2.
Oh,
And this is a sign for Mallrats 2. You ready?
Yes.
Come on, get it out there.
Okay.
Right there. Right there. Mallrats 2.
Perfect. And then, okay, I have one last question. If you and Norman Reedus actually got in a fight in real life, who would kick whose butt?
In real life?
In real life.
There's no way. In real life, we're actors, and everything that has to do with the face and stuff, we're like, okay, no, time out, hold on. We call in somebody else to do our fighting.
Good point. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having me.
And I am here with David Morrissey, who, of course, is the governor. He's in Doctor Who. He plays. He's in The Other Boiling Girl. He's in every single thing you could possibly imagine. So thank you so much for doing this for me.
No problem.
And I absolutely love you. And I think my favorite role that you do is the governor. So I have to ask, what's your favorite kill the governor does?
Well, you never forget your first. I mean, I did. My first kill was a guy he'd been cut in half by a helicopter, and I had to stab him in the head. And I felt that once I'd done that, I felt I'd arrived on the show. But they're all good. You know, I think the great thing about the show is they don't sort of just arbitrarily knock people off. You know, it's like they think about it a lot, and all the kills are very strange and wonderful, and that's what I love about the show.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's so cool, and there's so many different cool kills. So, and what's the craziest fan meeting experience you've ever had?
I've not had that many crazy ones. I mean, most people are really, they love the show. They're very vocal about it, you know. But, you know, on the whole, 99.9% of the fans are fantastic, and I love meeting them. They're very polite, and, you know, it's all about meeting me and the governor and all the other guys from the show. And when you meet people at conventions like this one, it's all very well run and stuff like that. So no, I've not had that many crazy. I mean, I've had people who are very nervous. Sometimes I meet people who just can't talk to me because they're shaking, and then they get to know David Morrissey rather than the governor, and they sort of calm down a little bit. So that's good.
Oh, that's cool. And I know you have kids, so do they think that you're cool because you are on all these shows, or are they just like, he's just my dad?
Yeah, no, they don't. My youngest is too young to watch the show, and my other two kids are really bored by it. So I don't really. No, I'm not. It doesn't make me cool at all.
Okay. And I know this is a weird question, but we got it from a couple different fans. Boxers or briefs?
That is weird. Boxers.
Boxers? Okay, cool. And then the last thing, I was just wondering if you could sign off on this interview really quick with your favorite phrase that the governor does that you sign everything with.
Well, I have a few of them, but one of the ones I do is liar.
Bye.
All right,
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank
As you know, I was the mayor here for 12 years, and when I left the job, I took two of my council women with me, and they're joining us as well. There's going to be a new comic book that's coming out. It's going to be about a former mayor who drinks to excess and parties all the time with showgirls. And if that's not a bestseller, I don't know what is. This is great. First time here in Las Vegas for this convention. We love having it here. Las Vegas is the greatest city in the world. There's something for everybody to do. It gets no better than this. And you make a great addition to what we're trying to establish here as being the tourism capital of the entire world. So with that, I have an excuse to drink again, although I don't need one. It was 5 o'clock and my liver began to quiver. So I'm going to be able to take care of that right now. Cheers and welcome, everybody.
Nice to see you. Be careful of my women, okay? All right. Anyway, I'm excited because we have, the first time we have the Winter Comic Convention here. I travel over the country doing the Winter Show, and they have raised the bar because besides gambling, wasting your money, spending your money, you're putting everything to a good cause here. This is positive, this is exhilarating, and this man is doing a fantastic job to make everyone happy with a way of smile on your face. And also now we have Con TV, the latest network, how to do movies, television, future shows coming out. I just want to say thank you so much for coming. Have fun, relax, and be nice. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.
That's not how they do it at all.
Oh,
Rip that shit!
Any questions for Sean?
Is every even number graded to some deep breaths? Yes, yes it is. Good
Hey,
question.
do that pose again one more time.
Right, yeah. Hey, Sean, what attracted you to start working? It was a pretty good one, right?
I can't hear you.
Why do you do the con?
Why do you do that?
No,
Let me tell you why. Let me break it down to you like this. I'll tell you why. Because in theater, you do something, you tell a joke, you get an immediate response. In film, you don't. The boom operator, make no mistake, they're not listening to you in mode, they're not watching the scene, watching you perform. They're waiting for an airplane to go over so they can say, cut, 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 do it again. This is the only opportunity as a film actor to get the feedback from the fans, people that love it or hate it, to give you that immediate response. And to me, that's nourishment to the human condition. It feeds my soul to get that kind of feedback, to know if what you thought was good, they actually thought was good. Here you get it immediately. You don't in film. That's why I'm here. And I absolutely love it. And JDF told me it's slow class.
Totally stealing that answer.
I hear answers all the time, and I really like that. Most people might not know what a boom is. I know. The boom, by the way, it's a mic. It's there like this. Hey, here's my best impression of a sound mixer. You told me this shit's right. Sound mixer. Yeah, that's like spot on. That's like spot on. Thank you very much.
Children today need it because when I was a child, when I was young, I had a convention to go to. I would give anything to get a celebrity hand. But I'm glad that we're here now and we live our childhood and share that feeling with the fans. And thank you all for coming.
You were like my height when you were a child. Awesome, yeah.
said, we're excited to be here in Vegas. First show, never done a show in Vegas before, so we're excited. We do all the shows almost everywhere, around different states, and even out of the country. I just got back from Australia. But to bring it here, such a cool town, like Las Vegas, I'm not gonna gamble. Of course, I say that now. But anyway, guys, we're excited to be here, and we appreciate y'all coming to Lose the World.
With the money, we're going to go take a picture. They're going to buy the picture. They're going to take a photo of you, not gamble.
Not me. You can come to my table for free. That's it.
So Jason,
when's your fight with CM Punk?
CM has officially ignored me. I just talked about it today. This fight, I want to be here in Vegas, and I want to fight CM Punk. So CM Punk should give me a text, a tweet, an email, or a call just to say yes or no, or to tell me to screw off. That's fine. But I have not heard anything. All I've heard is crickets. So now it's about the time you should step up and say something to me. Because you do owe it to me. Because I do. I've done shows with him before. And he's the one that started it. Let the record reflect. He's the one in his panel from day one to say he will fight me. I love Pacquiao. I also love Mayweather as a boxer. But if I had to pick one or the other and I was betting all my money on the fight, I probably have to bet on Mayweather. Although I love Pacquiao.
Lou, for God's sake, get off the red carpet.
It's not even red.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? We've been here for 30 minutes.
Michael, don't leave.
I'm leaving. I left
That I've known for a long, long time, ever since In Cold Blood and In the Heat of the Night. You know, The Great Gatsby. I mean, he's an actor I've so admired. So on the last day, on his last day, you know, he always wore these suspenders, and all the crew came to the set and they had these suspenders on. And I felt terrible. I was going to have to challenge. And also, it wasn't just like one, that was like going at it for ages. And so it was crazy. I mean, but it was really, there was a lot of tears on that day. And then the next day, you know, was my last day, and he turned up for that, and we went back to his house and played some pool. And so it was really tough. Whenever you lose anybody on the show, it's really tough, because we are all tight, you know, we're all good friends. That's one of the great things about doing the shows like this, as well as meeting you lot, meeting the fans, is we get to meet each other again, you know, Michael, seeing Michael and everybody. It's just great, because we get on. And once someone goes, it's always tough. And as you walk into the studio in Georgia, there's a big room, and it has, you know, the Grateful Dead. It has all the photographs of everybody that's been on the show who's suddenly passed, and it's like crazy. So yeah, it was a tough day to lose Scott. Yeah. Thank you for the question.
Thank you. Hello. Hi there. So with Herschel, they wore suspenders. They should have wore eye patches with you.
They did a bit. Yeah, they did. The only thing is they couldn't work with an eye patch on. The cameraman had a difficulty focusing with it.
No, villain always makes TV shows for me. I always love the villains. How did they select you for that role? How'd that come about?
It was very weird. I was visiting a friend of mine in LA. I've been in the UK for a while, and a friend of mine was living in LA. And I went out to visit him, and whilst I was there, I met this guy who was a manager, and he wanted to take me on. And then within about 24 hours, he said, there's this show called The Walking Dead. And I went, you're joking? I love that show, you know, because Andrew Lincoln, I've known for a long time. Lenny James is one of the great friends of mine as well, who plays Morgan. So I watched that first pilot as a fan, and I loved it. I thought it was like a movie. It was just great. So when they said they were interested, but they didn't say what part, because they never do it. So you say, okay, so you go and you meet them, and you have a chat, and then you leave that, and they say, they're interested, but it's a 7-year deal. And, you know, the great thing for me was I'd already seen the show. So I knew the show. It wasn't like doing a pilot where you go, I don't know what the show's going to be like. I don't, you know, am I going to get on with everybody? This was a show that I was going into, which was great. So I had no doubts about it. I signed, and I met them again, and they offered me the part of the governor. And then that's sat down with the writers,
in the writers' room, and we had a really good chat about the type of governor we wanted to do and we wanted to bring to life. And then you go to work, and it was a pleasure from then on. But it's all, any job you do is a leap of faith. But the Walking Dead was less of a leap of faith because I'd seen 2 seasons and it was just kicking, and I just loved it. So I just was desperate to be a part of it. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello. Well, thanks for being here.
No, thanks for inviting me. It's great to be here.
If you could pick any 2 characters that you've played to meet each other in maybe an imaginary episode of something, what would it be?
Oh my God, what a great question. Well, I definitely picked the governor. I mean, I think the governor, you know, he's a character that you want to do your dirty work. You know, you want to. And then, yeah, there's some, but I think the character I would like him to meet was, I was in this film called Basic Instinct 2, which is not very good. And, so I'd like my character, I'd like the governor to meet my character from Basic Instinct 2 and kill him.
How was it like working on Doctor Who?
Really fun.
Like, do you still keep in touch with Karen and Matt?
Yes, we all live in the same. No, we don't. We all still see each other quite a bit. I saw Karen. Karen came to see Treasure Island a few months ago, and when I got offered this new job, I phoned Matt up and we went for a drink. I kind of asked his advice on it, which was he gave us some good advice.
Yeah, well, I mean, between Karen doing, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy and Matt in the Terminator realm, and like, yeah, it's like you guys can't escape time travel and cosmic storylines.
It's all we know how to do.
Yeah.
Things that come along with being in the ring, traveling together, working out together, eating together, having a beer together. But I like being with that. You know, I mean, I like rolling the calls and you know, making all the commands and demands out there. So it's awesome both ways. So I'm sure you're going to see, you saw some S.H.I.E.L.D., you see us on our own, you may see some S.H.I.E.L.D. again, you see us on our own, so we're not going anywhere.